Hi. So, as I have said, I will make videos when I feel like it. And I actually feel like it right now. I just feel like I want to make a sort of life update video because there's been a lot going on and I don't want anyone to be worried about me. And also, I just feel like talking. I feel like talking about grief because that's what I'm going through right now. So I'm sorry if you're here for like happy content or whatever, but I can't make it right now because I am not in a mind space for that. And I'm somebody who I am not gonna perform some kind of emotion that I'm not feeling. I have never liked that about the world, that people are just expected to perform alignment, uh, expected to perform that they feel happy and joyful or that everything is okay when it's not really that way. And because I have been talking about emotional regulation on this channel, and one very important aspect of that is that you accept your feelings, like all of them, whatever they are. You accept them, and the first step is that you don't try to change them. You just go, okay, I feel this way right now, and it's okay. So currently, I am having to do exactly what I have been talking about on this channel all along. So if you are completely out of the loop and are just, you have somehow ended up here, you have never seen me before in your life. Hi, my name is Kelly, and I lost my closest friend just on Sunday, March 8th, and it hasn't even been a week. And of course, I'm having a lot of feelings about that. And I'm having a lot of feelings about everything that has been going on, and that's what I want to talk about. Just kind of want to talk about and share with you how I have been doing. So basically, just to catch you up a little bit, my friend died on Sunday. And shortly after that, I just started thinking about like what were their dreams and their goals in their life, because I actually had the chance to see them before they passed. I saw them at the hospital, and they seemed to feel regret for their life, like for the all of the unaccomplished things in their life. They were in the middle of so much, and they were young, and they were not somebody that had a history of medical issues, and basically the whole thing is just completely unexpected and sudden. And I guess life just is that way, but well, nobody expected this, and myself least of all. And so they were expressing regret about their life, and it just got me thinking about what were their dreams and goals. And then I realized that actually, even though they had a lot of dreams that I can't do anything about because I'm not them, there was one dream that they left behind, and I had all of the pieces of that dream. And it suddenly struck me that I am the only one who can put this thing together. Like, one of their dreams is that if they feel like they didn't accomplish the things they wanted to accomplish, then maybe I can help accomplish this one thing. And it was basically this little children's song that they made, and about this little magical bird called Hella. And the song existed in the original language, which is the Estonian language. But they also wanted to have it in English, they wanted to have it in Russian, They would like to have it in every language there is. And it just struck me that it seems that I am the only person that could create this English version. And so I did that, even though I am not a singer at all. And I published the Estonian song as well, because my friend's dream was that this song would just be out here, so that it would go out into the world, so that everybody could listen to it, and so that it would reach everyone everywhere, especially people who work with kids, and just people who need a message of encouragement, of support. And the song is basically about emotional regulation, which is the thing that I have been talking about on this channel. And the importance of your own mindset, and just kind of how to help yourself through tough things in your life. Because as I have been saying in my own videos, like, there are so many uncontrollable conditions in your life that you can't do anything about, and uncontrollable conditions in the world, and you can't do anything about those either, or just very little. But you can do something about your emotions. You can regulate your emotions, but you need to practice this. And that's what the song is about. And my friend was somebody that was just trying to teach that to kids, like from a young age. And so anyway, I put all that together and I released it. And then there's been a lot going on since then. And I just want to talk about it. So basically, as soon as I got back from the hospital, it was like one day later or something, and I knew there was no hope for my friend. But of course, I was still hoping, just like I was saying in my videos. Like, I filmed a video, before I released all of these songs, that I am fulfilling my friend's dream. And I was saying in that video that, like, I'm filming this at a time when my friend hasn't died yet. But I'm just basically doing this because I don't know what kind of emotional state I will be in once it happens. So, like, I was very certain that if I want to help my friend, if I want to do this one thing for them that I can do, then I need to do this before the real news hits, because I don't know what kind of state I will be in. And now, thinking back, I'm very glad that I did it then, and I got everything ready then, before all that happened. Because if I had to start, like, doing this right now, I'm sure I would somehow be able to do it. But I'm just glad that I did it then and not now, because now there's just, it's hard to describe what I feel, because there's just so much emotional overload on me right now. And I know that that's understandable, and I know that that's how grief works. I'm not surprised that it's happening, but, well, I guess I can still talk about, like, how I am feeling about all of this. So then I got all of these things together, and, like, everything that I posted, like all of these songs, I posted the English version, the Estonian version, and the instrumental, and plus my explanation video about how I'm fulfilling my friend's dream. And then I also made posts on my other social media. And, like, one of them was Facebook. And I did this very systematically, because I was just trying to make sure before everything happened that everything was correct. Like, I was already working on this thing. And when, like, once everything happened, then all I had to do at that point was just post all of these things. But I already had started working on like the text that I was gonna post alongside these videos because I just didn't know what kind of state that I would be in. And so, and I knew during the days where I didn't know anything about my friend's state, I just knew that every second counts because every second I could hear the horrible news and then I don't know what's gonna happen. So I was just like very tunnel vision on my friend's dream and just working on that. And then it happened. And then I posted everything. And I remember I even had notes for like past Kelly made notes, like bullet points. 1, 2, 3, 4, like steps of like what I have to do in order to get that dream posted and like get it in front of people. And make sure that like all of the links and everything just links to the right place and everything is tied together the way it needs to be. And so I made notes for myself. Past Kelly did that, where I was just like first step, post this video, then next step, post this exact text, add this exact thing, kind of like that, because I knew that I would be in some kind of emotional fog. That's what I was predicting. And so then everything happened, and then I posted everything just as I had planned. And then now a lot of things have been going on. So, first of all, my friend was somebody who really, really mattered, like to the local community. Like, my friend was just an amazing person, just like a very kind, loving, caring person. And like literally everybody that ever came into contact with them, my friend was able to leave them a better person. Like there were so many people that were like, I made my post, but so many others made their own posts about my friend, and they were just saying things like, I last saw this person, my friend, like 10 years ago, but I still remember them. And it was just, they were the one who encouraged me, and they were the one who always believed in me. And I saw somebody even said that, like, this person, my friend, was the one who, like, 8 years ago, was the one who encouraged me to, like, make a huge change in my career. And that basically shaped the person that I am today. Like, that's the kind of person that my friend was. And so it was just a huge loss. It is a huge loss to the whole community. And, the place where I live, it's very small. So when something like this happens, like somebody dies, and if there's a post about it somewhere on social media, it's like at most it will get maybe, I don't know, maybe 100 reactions or something like that. But my friend, I don't know, it's like to like 1,000 now or something. It's just like huge. And so when I made my post, and you can read the text that I wrote for my friend under like every single video that I posted, like of my friend's song, like that is actually the text that I posted alongside my post about my friend and their dream. And like a lot of people in my own country and my own like local community started sharing that post instantly. And I think everyone's sort of been feeling that this is such an amazing person that, like, of course we want to help their dream reach the world and like reach the rest of the country. And so I'm just so thankful. Like, I'm so thankful that everyone cares that much, and that you have all shared it and you've done your part. And like people started finding like more information about the song, and I have all that information, by the way, and I will update everything, like all the texts and everything, once I have all the pieces together. But anyway, so everyone just did their part in the local community. And I mean, if you're somebody who has been watching my channel, like this Shine channel for a while, you might have noticed that like normally my videos get like maybe at most 20 views or something. And now when I posted my friend's song, like especially the Estonian version, because obviously I live in Estonia, and so the local community is gonna care the most about the Estonian version. And that's also the original, like the very, very original version of the song. And so you might have noticed that like this one has now over 2,000 views, which is just, it's crazy for a channel of my size. And that happened because I made that social media post about my friend. And so my friend knew a lot of people, and a lot of people knew them, and like so many people care about them, and so many people have just so much good to say about them, like just as I was saying in my previous videos about my friend, a lot of people care about them and would say that they were just an amazing and kind and loving person. And so if I think about it, like it's been a huge response, and some of the people actually reached out to me as well. Like it's just people that my friend knew or worked with at some point in their life, and I knew the people were just telling me that like they were so moved by my post, and they love the song so much and it means so much to them. And so like all of that has just like confirmed to me that this was the absolute right thing to do for me, like to post my friend's song and to like get this dream in front of people's eyes. And so I just genuinely, I'm so thankful for that like people actually do care. And I want to help the song reach the rest of the world as well. And so, but I also obviously have a mix of feelings right now because everything is so fresh, and because it was so immediate, like it was almost like I got this download from somewhere. Like I don't know if you believe in like spirits communicating with us and stuff. Like maybe my friend just like beamed this thing into my head and was just like, "Hey Kelly, you have all the pieces. Like get yourself together and put it out there." But that also meant that because I was doing that, like even before, like days before my friend actually died, I was already doing this. Like I was working on this. I was like tunnel vision on this. And so it gave me so much life force. But at the same time, it's kind of like taken all of my energy, like whatever energy that I had left, like it has taken. It's just kind of taken all out of me. And I don't regret doing this. Like I know in my heart that it was the absolute right thing to do, and I'm glad that I did that. But I'm just realizing that I haven't even actually started properly grieving yet. Like I will have these moments where I will cry, and I feel just very sad and very empty, but it hasn't properly started yet. And so right now, like what I'm going through, honestly, my mood just it changes from moment to moment. Like I can 1 minute be feeling like very sad and just very like just how you would expect when something like this happens in your life. And the next moment, I actually could be feeling pretty good. I could be feeling pretty happy. Like I have been listening to music a lot, and I can literally go from like listening to very sad songs and like crying to listening to something very happy and actually enjoying it. And I could even dance to it. And so it's just crazy, and I'm sure that that is a normal grief response. It's just something I haven't really experienced before. And obviously now it's so funny in a way that I have been talking about emotional regulation on this channel, and now obviously I have to put all of these things that I know and have been sharing with you, I have to actually put it into use, as I have this like huge situation in my life that requires exactly that. And so yeah, my mood is just all over the place right now, but mostly I am focused on just allowing myself to feel whatever I feel, just allowing all of my emotions. And I'm also not going to pretend that I feel better than I feel. So even on this channel, like I've made a couple of, not a couple of, I made like one short video because like I'm still trying to like get this dream in front of people's eyes, because I mean, I would like to have it in more languages and maybe have other people sing this song. And so I just made a short because I don't know how to reach the rest of the world. Like I have been trying, and I don't have the platform. I don't have the numbers. And this is another thing that I have been having some feelings about, because like I know logically that I have done everything I could for my friend by like just getting the song out here and getting people involved and everything. But if I'm honest, I still feel like it's not enough. Like for the kind of person that my friend was, and for the kind of message that they have in that song, I just feel like it's not enough. But I know also that that is more my own feeling than it doesn't have really anything to do with my friend. I know my friend would be ecstatic that this stuff is out here. But this is where my own grief comes into play, where I'm just like, it's not enough. I feel like it's not enough. And you don't need to start telling me that, Kelly, you did enough and whatever. Like, you don't need to manage my feelings. I am just telling you about them as just like a fact. It's something that I am dealing with right now, just figuring out what I feel and where that feeling comes from and what to do with it and like all that. And it's just one of the feelings that I have. Just feel like I haven't done enough. And the next moment it just makes me laugh because I'm just like me, Kelly, the person who I've not been like promoting my channel like ever. Like most people didn't even know that I make videos on YouTube, because I haven't been promoting this stuff because I don't need the attention. Like I haven't been doing this for attention. I have been doing this because I genuinely like making videos. I like talking about the stuff that I've been talking about before all of this happened. And so I haven't been promoting anything, and that was a surprise to people too. And so I was laughing at myself, because I would be like, Kelly, you are a very private person, and you keep to yourself. And now you are the person who is like upset that you don't have a huge platform. And I'm like, yes, I'm upset that I don't have a huge platform, because if I had a huge platform, I could put this dream of my friends, this song, in front of a lot of eyes, and a lot of people could do so many amazing things with the song. And I mean, I don't know. I even started thinking that like my friend had a lot of dreams. My friend, like if you check out the song, you will see that there are two like these characters in it. And my friend had a dream to like make a cartoon, a kid's cartoon of these characters. My friend had a dream to write a book about these characters. And even that, I'm just like, hey, maybe somebody would get inspired enough to actually finish these dreams. Because I can't write a book for my friend. I can't produce a cartoon for my friend. I would do all of these things if I could for my friend, but I can't. And so part of me is just like, I want to get this in front of everybody's eyes so that, I don't know, maybe somebody will be able to do that or want to do that, or I don't know. I just feel so many things about all of this. And so I'm just laughing at myself at the same time. I'm just like, Kelly, you now you want crowds? You want crowds here? And I'm like, yes, I want crowds. I want crowds on on this song. I don't want crowds on me. I want them on this song. So that it would reach a lot of people. So that it would reach all of the kindergartens and all of the daycares and all of the countries. And I don't know. I think it's just because my grief is like that big. Because, my friend, I didn't just lose like one of my friends. I lost somebody who has been in my life for 10 years. I met my friend when I was 18 years old, and now I'm 28. And so, like, if you think about it, like that time period from 18 to 28, so many things happen in your life that are so important to your development and like who you become as a person. And if you have somebody that has like been there like that whole time and has witnessed all of that and knows all of that, and you have witnessed their life during those 10 years and all of the changes that they have had in their life, I don't know, it feels different than like just a friend. Like, my friend basically watched me grow up, and now they're just gone, and it has still not gotten to me. Every single day I wake up and I feel this complete feeling of this, it's not real. It's almost, I guess you could call it denial, but it's like I know that they're not there, but like it's just everything feels unreal to me. Like everything all around me. I'm just like, what is this? Like what is my life right now? What am I right now? And I still do things. I am not isolated and I am not by myself. I'm not closed off. I'm actually more open than I ever have been. And I have been talking to more people than I have ever talked with before. And this event has also opened up some new relationships in like new ways than before. So you should not worry about me that I'm like closed off or something. No, I am not. And so I say you can still get in contact with me. Like if you want to say something about my friend's dream, or you want to get involved with that, or you want to talk to me, or like whatever, like you can still get in contact with me. I'm still open to that. I'm still open to work, everything. But I'm just saying that like I feel unreal. Everything feels unreal. And I haven't even gotten to that feeling yet where, something would happen and then I would like want to let my friend know about this, but you can't, there's no one there. I've had that feeling like a little bit, like with the songs, and like how many people care about the song, and like how many views that has. Like I want to be like I want to text my friend. I want to be like, hey, look how many people care about your song. Look how many views your song has. Look how many people have been sharing this, have been talking about this. And I just can't do that because they're just not there. And I know I'm saying that in like a very matter of fact, dry way, but it just hasn't gotten to me yet. So I can name these feelings. I can name the reality. I can say that my friend is dead, but it hasn't gotten to me yet. So I just have a lot of feelings about a lot of different things. And I don't know. I guess I would say that, like, just like the song talks about emotional regulation, that is the thing that is helping me right now. Even though my emotions are all over the place. But I think that that's to be expected. And, right now, because I have seen some people say this too, like some people are already in a place where they can kind of move to the positive of this. So they would say things like, let's not be sad that they're gone. Let's be happy that we had a chance to be with them. But like, I am not there at all. Like, I haven't even properly started grieving yet. And so for me, I can't make a jump like that. So actually, right now, I think it's a good thing for me, like, just to be sad and it's just to feel this loss. I didn't just lose some kind of friend. I lost one of the most important people to me in my life. And it's just, I'm hanging in there, is what I would say. And before I close this video off, I also just wanted to say that even though like I wanna keep on like working on my friend's dream, and I would like to see where it goes, like maybe it will go somewhere more. I would like that. But I also realized that I got kind of like very tunnel visioned on this, like a little bit too much. I got a little obsessed with the whole thing. And so now I am trying to pace myself, because I also have to feel my own feelings about the loss of my friend. Because I think another part of me, like why I want to work on this whole thing, is because it's just psychologically, I think a part of me wants to keep my friend alive, because in a way they are alive in that song, like forever, because it's their words in that song. And I also want to keep on working on this because I'm afraid of like nothing happening in my life. I don't want to be in a place where nothing happens, like where I just have to stare at the wall. Because yes, even though I have to feel my feelings, of course I do, it's important to keep on doing things. And that's what I'm trying to do. Like just to have some kind of normalcy in your life. So yeah, just a lot of feelings. And by the way, if you have probably noticed, I keep on showing up with this thing. This is a gift from my friend. So, but like from several years ago, and right now this little dog here, it's just kind of my emotional support dog, and I am not ashamed of saying that. Like it just makes me feel better. It's nice and soft, and it's a gift from my friends. So I noticed the other day that I seem to be always wearing black right now. Black is actually like one of my favorite colors, but I guess I'm just feeling it right now. So that's what's up with me. So I still encourage you to like just to check out the songs, the song versions, I should say. And again, like if you're gonna listen to the English version, especially, I'm the one who sang that, but I am not a singer. I just sang it because it felt like my intuition told me that it's the right thing to do, that I create this specific English version. But I am hopeful that people who can actually sing will create their own English versions. And you can even create like rock versions of like or blues or like whatever of the song. My friend would think that's amazing, and so would I. And I would love to hear about it if you were to decide to do something like that. And so basically, don't judge my singing too much. And if you're looking for a guide, then listen to the Estonian version because that is sung by a real singer. And yeah, as for me, I'm just trying to go minute by minute, to be honest. I'm not even going day by day. I'm going minute by minute right now. And I just felt like sitting down and talking to you. So now this video is like very long, so I'm gonna end it. I probably will not be making like very many videos right now because I want to give my friends songs, their creations, their dream, the space on my channel. I don't want to drown these things with like a bunch of videos. And also mostly I'm not really feeling up for making videos right now. But as I said, you can get in contact with me. You can get in contact with me through my website or my email or on X or on LinkedIn or even on Facebook. But all I am asking that if you are going to do that, please just introduce yourself and like just say who you are and have something to prove that you are who you say you are. Because I don't have the emotional bandwidth right now to start dragging this information out of you. But yeah, I am just still open to contact and everything. So I will see you whenever I see you. And that's it. Bye bye.